Yo, what's going on guys? HyperX here, and today is a very special day, a special video because it is the release of the Nintendo Switch OLED. Been super looking forward to this because, I'm a massive Nintendo Switch fan, right? And while functionally it is still a Nintendo Switch, some of you guys might be like, why did you pick this up? It is basically the same thing. It's very similar, but it of course has a nice OLED screen. I play a lot of games in handheld mode, so I know I'm going to get a load of use out of this one, and I just like buying Nintendo consoles, let's be honest. But that being said, although I did pre-order my own one, I do want to give a massive shout out to Nintendo for very kindly sending this to me so I can check it out and show it to you guys. So if you do enjoy this video, a like would be super appreciated. Comment down below, let me know if you guys are going to be picking this up today, or at least let me know if you guys are going to be playing Metroid Dread. And if you guys have been enjoying the content lately, don't forget to subscribe. But we are going to unbox this in this video. So, double camera angle, because we're fancy like that. First things first, nice little box. Actually, kind of a nice little sort of size for this one. Smaller than your regular box. And of course, on the front, we have the OLED itself. I've got the white model because I just thought, you know, my regular Switch is the black model with the black dock. So I thought, why not? This looks kind of different. And of course, on the back, we have a few different pictures, but let's not waste any time. And let's take a look inside this thing, shall we? So, flip this one over, open this up. And of course, the first thing that greets you are the two Nintendo Switch Joy-Cons in white this time around. For a while, I used to try and collect every single Joy-Con color. I have most of them, then they started putting them in sort of collector's edition consoles and things like that, and then it kind of became really difficult to actually get a hold of them. So my collection is not quite complete, but regardless, these are two, I say colors, white isn't really a color, it's a shade. Anyway, white Joy-Con. It's not completely like crystal white. If any of you guys have a PS5, it is a slightly sort of a more creamy color than that, but when you look at it standalone, it is still very nice. Joy-Con wise, they are basically the same as your regular Joy-Cons. So, putting those to one side for a moment, we then of course have the Switch itself, which, you know, the model itself on the back is of course black, and then of course we have the nice screen, which I will get to in just a moment. Of course, this is kind of the main thing, right? So I can't dive straight into that right away. We're just going to kind of go through the rest of the box first, and then we will return to that, and I will of course compare it to all the other stuff as well. Right, so standard power brick there, that much is pretty standard. HDMI cable, all that good stuff. We do of course have the Joy-Con grip, if you so wish. I mean, you guys have seen this before, right? This is probably not the first Nintendo Switch unboxing you've watched. We know what this is all about. This, of course, is the controller for that. I don't use that often, honestly. I mean, I think I mainly used to use it when I traveled, but I just like the Pro Controller so much, so I don't use that too often. So we're going to leave those in there because that, cabling-wise, is pretty standard, but we do have the new dock. So if I move this to one side, just for a moment, we, of course, have this looking very, very nice. So of course, as what it looks like, you kind of got the nice sort of curves over there. Slightly sort of almost rubbery, not quite rubber, but almost like a rubbery sort of feel to the top part there. Now, the interesting thing, of course, is if you take a look at the back does look rather nice. You've kind of got this sort of quarter circle for the cables to come out. And if you flip this, that was supposed to happen. I thought it was a hinge. It wasn't a hinge. Anyway, right. I didn't just break my new Nintendo Switch dock. But most importantly, you can see from here, you do still, of course, have your AC adapter. You have your HDMI out. And you have the inbuilt LAN port, which, you know, in the previous Switch dock, there used to be a USB port back in here, which, let's be honest, everybody used to use to plug in the Wi-Fi, or the, wired dongle, so you can basically have an Ethernet connection. So now they just put that in here. So obviously you've lost the USB, but then you also don't have the need for the Ethernet adapter. So basically it's the same thing. And of course on the side, you still have your two USB ports. Yeah, and it's pretty nice, obviously. And then you kind of got the plate on the back of it, which once we slot that back in place, like so, we'll keep everything nicely secure, and then your cables come out the back there. So let's now turn our attention to the main event. So I'm just going to put the controllers on the side just because it's going to make holding this thing a lot easier, and it means I don't need to get fingerprints all over the screen. So first things first, obviously you've got a nice big, we've got the slightly bigger screen, obviously, which is nice. We've got the OLED screen, and on the back we also have the better kickstand this time around. So no longer do we have the sort of weird flimsy one. The nice thing about this one I hadn't actually sort of seen this until obviously, you know, you touch it, but there's the previous one, you open it and you close it. There's kind of like one angle you could have it at. This one seems to have varying degrees of angles. In fact, it can go as far as back to there if you want to. So you can actually put it down like that, or you can set it up like so, and you can set it up even higher if you wish. It's actually effectively any angle you want, you can push it to. There's no sort of notches, there's no clicks in there. It basically is just like a nice smooth thing. Feels pretty solid. It's kind of almost got like a metal feel to it. Whether it's exactly metal or whatever material it is, not entirely sure. You obviously still have your slot for the micro SD card, but as stands go, that is, I mean, you know, if I bring over the regular old Switch, you guys know what this is all about. This flimsy little thing, which, you know, does actually come off. Having both those together, I mean, this is very, I'm not going to do it because I don't want to knock my Switch over, but you'll know that it's very easy just to like knock this thing over on the old stand. Meanwhile, this one, that is very sturdy. So if you do happen to be doing any sort of like, you know, portable play, set the screen down, having different viewing angles, I like that. I like that a lot. But of course, it's the OLED Switch. We got to turn this thing on because we want to see the screen. So, boom. Ooh, nice. Definitely very vibrant. We'll go through the setup process quickly. All right, there we go. So obviously we have no games on there right now, but this should at least give you guys a chance. So just to confirm this, go into the settings page first. I want to make sure that brightness is, oh, there we go. Turn off automatic brightness, put this on the max, just for now. So I'm gonna place that one down there. Then bring back my, get rid of the dust for a second. My regular Switch, which I've already turned on to automatic, turn off automatic brightness and put it onto the brightest setting. And I'll bring over the Nintendo Switch Lite as well, which I've also put on maximum brightness. So you can already see, like straight away, I mean, I'm hoping you can see it from the camera. This is always one of the challenges whenever you're filming. You're just like, I hope this translates. I can see that is already like a crisp white. This next to it looks kind of like, you look at it on its own, you're like, oh, it's nice and white. You look at it there, and it looks more kind of like a grey, off-white kind of colour, and then sort of similar one with this. But the main thing you can also see from obviously the screen size is that on the regular Switch we have that border. Meanwhile, of course, on the Nintendo Switch OLED, you have that nicer, bigger screen, which of course is nice, and you know, Switch Lite is supposed to be smaller. Now, obviously, the Switch OLED doesn't have any games installed right now, but one thing I have done is gone onto the eShop and basically pulled up some screenshots of Hades, because Hades is a great game. It is incredibly vibrant, and hopefully kind of gives you an idea as to, you can sort of see all the three different colors here, all screens on max brightness, and you can already see, again, I'm hoping you can see, I can see this for sure, that's for sure. You can already see the OLED is like really, really nice. You get those deep blacks, you get the sort of vibrant colors, everything pops. Also from a viewing angle, if I look at this, you know, if I, try and sort of take this from the front, but then you obviously look at it from the side, you kind of get that nice sort of clear, crisp viewing angle, whereas you take a regular Switch and then you sort of do that from the side, and then you start to lose that visibility as you kind of get from the, you know, different angles, you get the shine and stuff, whereas this one, I can look down the table and it's very crisp. So I can kind of jump through a couple more screenshots just to sort of show a few different color tones to give you an idea. Basically, the screen is looking real nice. Anyway, there you have it. That is a quick look at that. Of course, if we want to then put it in the dock so you can see what it looks like, of course, drop that in there. And looking pretty cool. I mean, standard dock stuff, right? Obviously, the only one thing about moving away from this, the regular dock, is that I have one of those cool sort of faceplates to go on the other one, like the chicer one. But anyway, regardless, that is the Switch OLED. I am, you know, I've literally only taken it out of the box, so this is very, very sort of initial impressions, but the screen is very nice. I can't wait to jump into Metroid Dread this week. Obviously, I've been starting it. If you guys haven't seen the gameplay, check it out on the channel. But I am very excited to spend some time playing handheld this weekend, because honestly, that game runs super smooth, looks great, and I can tell it's going to be great on the screen. So for the time being, I'll leave you guys with that. I'll probably do some more videos on the OLED Switch next week, that kind of stuff. If you guys want to know more about it, if you've got any questions, by all means let me know in the comments down below. But otherwise, thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thanks very much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you want to catch more from us, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss our latest uploads. And if you want somewhere to hang out, play games, or chat all things from games to anime, food to fitness, consider joining the HyperX Gaming Discord.